4 people died in those shootings 1 year ago today, and for many people, especially the officers who responded that day, they'll never shake the images they saw and the pain they felt. Newswatch 12's Ali Herrera was at a remembrance ceremony today. She joins us live outside the Everest Metro Police Department with more. Ali, good evening.
Lane, Everest Metro Police Chief Clay Schultz tells me for him, every single day is March 22nd, 2017. He told me not a day goes by that he and his officers don't think about the 4 lives that were lost that day. I sat down with Chief Schultz yesterday to find out how he's feeling. He told me his main focus for today was the mental well-being of his officers and the community.
In observance of the 1-year anniversary of March 22nd, 2017 tragedy.
A final roll call and a moment of silence.
In remembrance of the victims.
To remember the 4 lives lost March 22nd, 2017.
It's 1 year. It's hard to believe it's gone by that fast.
Friends, family, and community members stood side by side outside the Everest Metro Police Department this afternoon to remember Sarah Courtsan, Diane Look, Karen Barclay, and Detective Jason Weiland. Some brought flowers, others were overwhelmed by emotions. Leading up to this day, Police Chief Clay Schultz says his department didn't talk much about their feelings.
There's always been that stigma of, hey, we're tough, we're cops, I'm fine, I don't want to talk about it.
But as the new chief, one of his main goals was to make a welcoming, safe, and respectful environment for his officers and the community.
It's important for us to realize that everybody processes grief, trauma differently, and we just have to watch each other and recognize when something's not right.
Schultz says some officers have told him they want to move on from this day. Others have chosen not to be vocal about their emotions.
The officers need that peer support with one another. They don't relate well with people who can't put themselves in our shoes.
That's what we ask our law enforcement officers to do, is deal with the traumatic events in our society. It is very stressful. It is very difficult for those officers.
NAMI Northern Lakes President Mick Fiocchi says law enforcement officers can suffer from PTSD after a tragic event like March 22nd, 2017. NAMI Northern Lakes works to support and advocate for people with mental illness and their families.
In a case like this, the anniversary of a traumatic event can be a trigger for the same feelings that you had when the event occurred.
For Chief Schultz, thinking beyond the physical well-being of his officers is top priority. He knows days like today can cause self-doubt.
You have to find the thank you internally. You have to feel a sense of pride, or you're going to kind of wonder why you're doing this every day, because you're forced to see and deal with such tragedy.
Lane, last year I reported on this story with a very heavy heart, and in this last year we've seen so much strength and resilience coming from this community. Our hearts go out to everyone that was affected by what happened last year as we continue to move forward. We're covering the news live in Weston. Ali Herrera, Newswatch 12.